Hello Baker Nation, this is Hannah Albright. The number 2 Baker Wildcats defeated Graceland to a 66-14 win this past Saturday inside Atchison Stadium. Quarterback Logan Bertell was named Baker's homecoming king, and volleyball player Madeline McCray was named the homecoming queen. Quarterback Logan Bertell is Baker's all-time leader for total offensive yards with 8,360. Hayden Jenkins is Baker's starting safety for the past 4 years, and here he is to talk about this upcoming game and last week's game. So Hayden, this past weekend against Graceland, you guys caused a lot of turnovers for that team. What is the key, and how important is it to get the ball away from the defense and get it back to the offense?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can force a turnover, it makes it a lot easier to score on offense because the get the favorable field position.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just out there every play to execute the way that we've been taught,
right,
and to capitalize on the offense's mistakes, and just try not to force anything.
Mm-hmm.
And just take what the offense gives you, and if they're making mistakes, we're gonna take it.
Right. So you guys and Baker in general has been ranked pretty highly with turnover margin nationally. So what is the key to consistency here?
Yeah, I mean, any game, you treat it the exact same way. You prepare the exact same way. You're in the right spots always. You execute your stuff perfectly.
Right.
And every week we set a goal to be 100% perfect in our execution. And anytime the offense makes mistakes, we take it.
Awesome. Well, you guys are playing Benedictine this weekend, and it's a big game. They just moved up 2 places nationally ranked, so they went from 16 to 14. And we know we're playing there, and from past experiences, we know that the crowd is very intense and very energetic.
Yeah.
So how pumped is Baker's team, this team, to go play Benedictine?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of history behind this game. It's been a rivalry since it's way back.
Mm-hmm.
And that hype gets the players and the coaches more excited. And I mean, they're a good team, and we're going to prepare the same way that we prepare always. And this is just another step in the journey of where we want to be, and that's a national championship at the end of the season. And to win this game would be huge as far as confidence,
yeah,
and in the rankings as well. And
of course. Well, you are the 4-year starting safety for Baker. So what does it mean to you to put on that BU uniform every Saturday?
Yeah, it's I'm supposed to be a leader out there, helping the young guys trying to come along, and the senior group has been through a lot in a lot of big games, especially last year down the stretch. I think that's huge as far as the close games that we had earlier this season.
Mm-hmm.
And senior year, you definitely appreciate everything more. You appreciate every practice,
right,
every game, even the watching the film and the meetings. You just kind of take it all in and you appreciate it more.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to watching you against Benedictine. I know it will be a big game, so hopefully we'll come out with a win.
Thank you.
Number 2, Baker will take on number 14, Benedictine, this Saturday inside Atchison, Kansas. Here's Sports Information Director Tyler Price with Coach Grossner to talk about the big game this weekend.
Well, the Baker and Benedictine fans have spoken, and this will be the NAI game of the week as number 2 Baker travels to number 14 Benedictine. Coach, you can say this is a pretty big one, isn't it?
Yeah, anytime we play Benedictine, it's huge. Regardless of the records, it just so happens we're both undefeated and having a good season. We haven't played over there since 2015, 21 conference games ago. We lost over there 35-31, I believe it was, and since then we've won them all in the conference, so chance to go back and make do on something that we missed out on in 15.
Yeah, if you look at all of the national rankings, Baker and Benedictine are 1 and 2, or 3 or 4, really in the top 5 in several categories. That tells you both these teams are playing pretty well. What have you seen out of Benedictine in their first 4 games?
Yeah, if you study stats and really look at it, both teams I think are 1 and 2 in sacks as a group. Rushing yards, We've got the top rusher. I think they're 2 or 3 in rushing. Both quarterbacks are playing very efficient, taking care of the football, creating opportunities. I look at them, they've got a big play receiver or 2. They're always big up front, real impressed with their athleticism on the offensive line. Got 2 great tailbacks. They run the ball downhill at you, but we've been good against the run. So that'll be a great matchup to see who gives there. And then, our secondary's been tested the last 4 weeks, and we've improved in a lot of areas. The stats don't always show where you're getting better, but that'll be a matchup that we've got to take the challenge on. And then offensively, last week we took the ball away, which we hadn't been doing defensively, so that was a plus. Offensively, we've been moving the ball well. We haven't had that knockout punch against the good teams when we're in a tight game, but we've won. We've finished the game well, so that's going to be a deal. When we play Benedictine, throw everything out, here we come. It's going to be a tight game most of the time. Last year was just one of those games where it got out of hand late, but there's a lot of tradition here. There isn't a lot of love here, and it means a lot to both schools.
Yeah, Baker's won 9 of the last 11, but in Atchison, it's been a tough go. In 2013 to 15, close games. What is it about Larry Wilcox Field that makes it such a tough environment and just a tough place to win in general?
It's just a different setting. They've got a great home crowd. They get excited for their football team. I think their team plays up at home. They put the fans together on the same side, which is odd. And so it creates an atmosphere of turmoil. Our locker room, we locker right next to each other. It's one of those situations you got to stay focused on the task at hand, play 4 quarters of football or more. That's what I want to see out of our football team. Play well, play with passion, play hard. It's going to be a hot day. The weather's going to be a factor. We're sitting here in late September and we're 90 plus degrees and hot on turf. So hopefully our guys are in shape and able to go, and I feel good about our group.
Yeah, what would you say would be your top 2 keys to this game? I know a couple years ago at their place we had 4 interceptions that hurt us, and then last year we took good care of the ball, took the ball away from them, and had some pick sixes and things like that. But what would you say would your keys be to capturing your 5th straight win here this year?
Yeah, I think you hit it on the nail. It's takeaways and protect the football. Anytime 2 similar, very strong football teams get together, that's usually a monster factor. You can stare at that stat, and that usually tells you the game regardless of everything else. So that's going to be real important. I think us playing with great confidence and playing fast, as a team. Defensively, I love what we've done against the run, but we got a huge challenge. They're going to run the football and see if we can control it. And so that's something that we haven't faced for 60 minutes, except when we faced William Penn. I thought we did a nice job that day. But this is a different style. So I'm excited to see how our defense responds there. But, it's going to be a field position game. Special teams will be a part of it. There might not be big plays on special teams, but you got to play under control and play sound. And it's just a great college football game that's going to happen every Saturday.
Well, thank you. The coach of the NAI Game of the Week will kick off at 1 o'clock in Atchison. We hope to see a lot of fans there, and good luck to you guys.
Thank you. Should be a good one.
Now here's some exciting highlights from the Baker and Graceland game this past weekend.
Is in the end zone for Baker